Wow.
Excellent. So your explanation for the reason why large bodies of water don't appear to curve is because Earth's real big, bro.
Yeah, I said it nice and slow so you could understand.
All right, cool story, guys. So Craig is just telling you all that the Earth is flat and you can't see curvature because it's a really big ball. Cool
I showed
story,
curvature.
Craig. So
I showed you curvature in my evidence. So,
well, now that I've got a concession on
Let's do
2 out of my
3
3
minutes.
points.
you haven't had any concessions.
Let's do the
Yes,
3
you
minutes.
said that the universe is a container. You also said that Earth doesn't.
That's not a concession. You
You
never
also
asked if the universe was a container. The vacuum within the reactor is an analogy for the vacuum of space. And then that blue band is an analogy for the atmosphere of the Earth. And what we see is that that blue band isn't rushing to fill the vacuum.
Do we have a container in space to contain the vacuum?
The universe.
You also said that the Earth doesn't rotate under things.
That doesn't mean the Earth doesn't rotate. It's just what I said is the Coriolis force is not Earth rotating underneath things.
No.
You can't put things in my mouth.
Oh, and you also said nobody says that, but the most famous scientist in the world, Neil deGrasse Tyson, has been on record saying that the Earth rotated under a field goal.
And I said, I did a quick calculation, and I tweeted, the winning field goal in that game was aided by a 1/3 of an inch deflection to the right from Earth's rotation.
Cool, I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I know, but
So-
you were Craig, Fight the Flat Earth, and you said nobody said Earth rotates under things.
The way he explained it was for a layman.
Even close to the acute.
And I pointed out that you, Craig, who believes in SpongeBob fairy tale
Cool story, bro.
land science, has to get science beat into his head with the science hammer.
Cool story, bro.
Science is observation, then hypothesis, then experiments. But if all you have is we saw a light in a ring laser gyroscope and it did something, you don't have any science. You are scientifically illiterate. Go ahead, Craig, your response, and then we're going to move on.
Cool. Everything you just said was wrong again. So my observation, I noticed that the Earth appears to rotate based on my observation of celestial bodies. My hypothesis, the Earth is rotating. The Earth appears to rotate based on my observation of celestial bodies. My hypothesis, the Earth is rotating. My hypothesis, the Earth is rotating. The Earth is rotating. The experiment based on my observation and hypothesis shows that we are rotating as expected. So there's all your things.
Close to the acute.
Well, yeah, when you're looking north, you see stars rotate counterclockwise. When you're looking south, you see stars rotate clockwise. And if you are at the poles, either side, you will see them literally rotating around a different star in opposite directions. This happens because you are on a ball looking north or south.
Gotcha. Unless we can give you a couple of minutes if you want to respond, Nathan. Otherwise, we can go to the next part.
You know, I just need to ask Craig one question. I think we can move on. Craig, will you agree that all stars move east to west?
Yes.
All right, so then they move the same direction. Excellent.
Not
Let's
if
move
you-
on.
Perspective doesn't make sense because the observers at either side of Magic Pancake World can both see the same stars. And it's the same stars they see, yet they're not in different positions, because that wouldn't explain how they can see the same stars, but can't see the star there. Perspective doesn't answer this. It does not make sense. It is impossible on a flat stationary Earth. So your answer is basically, I don't understand perspective. Cool.
Craig, how are two people on the opposite sides of the Earth both looking at stars? Wouldn't it be daylight on the other side of the Earth?
Yeah, but not necessarily, because the Terminator
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
the
but wait.
Listen.
Wow.